Vietnam by motorbike, a journey that has no structure apart from reaching the capital of Vietnam in just 3 weeks' time, and hopefully in one piece. In this episode, you'll see the hardest few days we had on this trip. Days consisting of wind that pushed you off the road, rain that never ended, and temperatures dropping to figures we didn't even know was possible in Vietnam. Hopefully you can enjoy seeing us suffer, as this video will certainly show the lows of choosing to travel this amazing country by motorbike. After having an incredible day on the bike the previous day, we were in good spirits that a bit of rain wouldn't dampen the mood. But as you will see, this was very short-lived. We packed up the bags in our new swanky waterproof bag covers and hit the road. Seeing this man dressed as Mr. Blobby made us very aware that our lack of waterproof clothing would soon come to bite us in the backside.
Every time I think it can't get worse, it gets even worse. It's absolutely pissing it down. And now the wind's picked up as well. Oh my god.
Well, that was bloody miserable. I don't think I've ever been this wet, but we're here. We've made it. But that was rough. Mitch is just gonna check us in now. Hopefully we can check in. It's only about 11:30. We've still not ate or drunk anything this morning. So hopefully the room's ready so we can at least start drying off, get the bags up there and then have a debrief.
I wasn't cold until I stopped.
Yeah.
When I bent over, water dripped out of me. Oh my god. I'm so glad that's over. I don't believe this. Our bag covers, that's just a pool of water in it. So the bags have just been sitting in water.
Oh, that's worse than...
I knew we should have gone with bin bags. I knew bin bags would have been better than these. Oh. I don't believe this. I knew we should have gone for bin bags.
If I don't laugh about it, I will cry. Oh, this is a big room. I can't put my bag down. It's just in a pool of its own water.
It's going to have to go down. It's not going to get any worse.
I'm so cold.
I'm so cold. We're just going to have to get in the shower and try and warm up.
And put what clothes on?
I don't know, I'll have to see what if anything's dry inside that bag. Even if you have to wear some of mine. I think mine's just as wet as yours though. Oh my god, I can't stop shaking.
I'm checking to see what damage has been done. Oh my god, in my bag. These. And then this towel.
This towel was sat at the bottom of Martha's bag.
So were they.
Fuck. This is not good.
Luckily I had some sort of strategy when I packed the bag to know that, like, that stuff that my clothes don't look too wet. Oh
my god.
Oh my god, I should not have moved my bag.
No. Yeah, mine were at the bottom. Oh, actually, they don't feel too wet. My shorts might have copped all the flak for it. I might have got lucky. Oh my god, I need to get warm first. I can't function.
Yeah, come on, let's get in the shower. We've come out. My feet. So we've come out to get some food because we've still not eaten yet. It's 12:30 and it's absolutely still like chucking it down. I've not been able to warm up yet. We've had a shower, but it's just not warm. And because our trainers are so wet, we're both in sandals. Mitch is in shorts. And it's probably around 13 degrees. I can't feel my toes.
Come on, Mum.
Mitch, I can't feel my feet to run. They're not working. I feel like I look back at this and laugh, but right now I'm really trying to keep my shit together and not cry. Is it closed? It's closed. Yeah. Hello.
There's a cafe down here that says top rated, the one that we were going to go to. We'll have to see if they do any food.
Do you want to just get a hot drink now?
Can do if you want.
Yeah.
Try and warm up. We can't find food anywhere, and we just sat in a coffee shop trying to get something at least warm, but it's not going well for us, is it?
Even if we can't get proper food today, I think I don't need much food, so just a couple of snacks and we'll go back to the room.
Yeah, this has been an interesting day. The one thing that was making it more sad for me though is it was still as beautiful as yesterday, but you just couldn't take it in at all. Like, what we were driving through would have been absolutely stunning. I don't know, hopefully it's not raining as much tomorrow, but I think today's just going to be a write-off now if you're trying to stay warm and get some food. Are you getting sad?
I'm trying not to.
Because don't get sad. Because I was going to say as well, that's another thing I was thinking on the bike, is that I was impressed how you didn't get didn't have a breakdown on the bike, because I was fully expecting you to have a breakdown.
No, it's silly to get upset because there's literally nothing we can do. Because also we're just there in our own thoughts. I don't know if that, especially after Mitch's earphone catastrophe, we've not listened to anything since, so you're just there in your own thoughts, and then when it's literally hammering it down, you can't see anything. You were dodging like cow poo to potholes to puddles to then lorries coming past. Like one lorry just came past, went straight for a puddle, and it straight over us. Yeah. On one side, the whole of us just got soaked. But now it's just that I suppose you just take for granted the little things.
No, I'm impressed with how you handle these sort of things.
Yeah.
You're very emotional, but you always do well in these sort of situations.
We had this conversation the other day with some friends, and I said that the only way I get through a lot of like these situations is I always just think about like nothing's permanent. So like even happiness isn't permanent. Like you always change and ebb and flow. So like this was being freezing now. Mitch is literally shaking.
I know, I feel like the camera's going to be shaking because I'm shaking so much.
It was so cold, so hungry. We've had a coffee and that's it today. But in a couple of days
Yeah.
And tomorrow even, like, it'll be a completely different experience. And we
Yeah,
might
even
be-
like the drive yesterday, how good that was to today.
Yeah,
like,
you could never predict it, like life. So you just have to do it, but sometimes it does get you in the little moments of you sit too much in them. Like then I was just thinking, we're trying to find somewhere to eat, and I was just thinking about like having a roast dinner at home and like little things. It just makes me, but it's fine.
Yeah.
We're fine. We're alive. So.
For now.
We tried to talk to our hotel owner through Google Translate to see if she could make any food for us, but what was translated quickly made us rethink that option.
Đầy đủ như ba phòng ăn thì ăn cơm về chấm outlet thôi chứ ngoài ra không có món gì khác hơn.
Does that work for you to do that?
They have not served the full food yet. If you want to eat, you can eat rice with huge disease, huge on the skin, nothing else.
Luckily we were able to go to the shop. I didn't film in there, but we were able to get some water and some crackers, and Mitch has got a packet of Oreos. So I think that's what we're going to be having, but luckily water's the main thing. You can last days without eating.
Yeah, I know. We
You
might
just-
have to fast.
We have been fasting. When did we last eat? Yesterday, 6 o'clock. And it's what time now? Gone 1 in the afternoon, and we've only had a coffee. I think we've got a plan. We've been in the room for a few hours. We mainly just made little tents in the blankets that we've got on the bed to keep ourselves warm. We then decided to plan how long it's going to take us until we get to Hanoi, like properly, seeing if the Ho Chi Minh Trail that we want to do actually adds 2 hours extra onto a normal route up to Hanoi. So we were trying to factor that in because the next 2 days have forecasted rain, and we're a bit traumatised by how wet we got today.
Yeah, it's not that we're traumatised as much, like I would ride it in the rain again, but this next section of road that we want to go through is like 5.5 hours of the most like beautiful trail that we'll get, and I don't want to miss it. If we ride through what we've rode through today, we'll miss it all. So it's
We were
a hard
just
one.
weighing it up, and basically we've decided to stay in this shell of a town for another 2 days. We're gonna check out a hotel that we're potentially booking. It's like the nicest one, it's the most expensive one here. There's not many here at all. So we're just having a walk, but we did get a knock on our door, and bless him, it's this old Vietnamese guy came to the door and had his Google Translate up on his phone and basically said, what does it say, do you want chicken and rice?
Yeah, do you want
Do you want chicken and rice? So we were like, yeah, and then he said 6 o'clock outside our room. So we are gonna get fed at least something that isn't out of a packet. Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Bowen.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Oh my god. Oh my god, are you from...
We're from England.
Oh my god, your accent is so, is so nice.
You've got good English.
Yeah.
Yeah, my list is not good, sorry so much. Oh my god, you're so pretty. So beautiful.
That's our YouTube.
Oh, thank you so much.
No,
It's
thank
okay.
you.
Yo.
Have a good day.
Have a great day.
Bye. Oh, she was so nice. So we've just been stopped by such a lovely girl. She saw a GoPro in my hand and literally stopped, asked for a selfie, so that was very sweet.
Yeah, but she thinks we're like massive YouTubers. She'll go back and see our subscribers and be like, I'm really freaking out over nothing.
Oh no, no, that was really sweet. We've had so many selfies and stuff with people.
Yeah. The things that you don't see on camera is like how many people are waving to say hello to us when we're on the bike, and like how many people are stopping to say hello. It
Yeah.
like, happens all the time.
And it's so hard to capture on camera. I kid you not, I'll turn off the GoPro, say if we're riding, next minute we'll go past loads of like kids, and then even just like adults or people beeping on their bikes, like putting their hands up. Like yesterday especially, when we were driving through all the roads, just the amount of like teenagers especially
Yeah.
that were all like, hello, And sometimes you can't even process them quick enough to be like, oh, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun saying hello to everyone.
That's what's made this trip, hasn't it? The people
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah, the people definitely. Even when the weather's bleak, the people still are usually really nice.
Well, I can't complain, the rice has come out. I've got a big chunk of rice and a big chicken leg, so all is good again.
I think they must have ordered it in for us. I'm really not sure. We said we'd meet, and then it's a really weird place, I can't explain, and then she just handed me them, and then they've kind of plated it up for us here. But our first meal of the day.
Chicken's nice.
Good. Chicken this time, properly.
The next morning we moved ourselves and our wet clothes to another hotel in Khe Sanh to hopefully wait out the weather. After a day of being cooped up, driving each other crazy, we decided to brave the morning drizzle the following day as the weather was meant to clear up. With a very concerned look on my face, we started to head up the Ho Chi Minh Road, hoping we had made the right decision. With blue skies in the distance, we had a little celebration, thinking it was all going to go to plan. Oh, how we were so wrong.
What's going on?
I really don't know what to do. I literally can't feel my hands, and we're only like an hour-ish down the road. The weather's not let at all. We thought by now it would have been getting better, but it's just not at all.
Yeah.
I really don't know what to do.
That was probably the sketchiest, scariest bit of driving that I've ever had to go through. And I wasn't even the one driving. Just the wind, the sheer wind, and then the fog. You just couldn't see anything. And it's wet. It's still raining now. We're both wet. And this was not on the forecast whatsoever.
But now this is just, well, you won't be able to see it on the camera, but the rain's just going sideways.
Yeah.
It's so windy.
Like, so windy.
Like the bike is being pushed off the road. Like I've had to slow down because I nearly got pushed off the road at one point.
And these roads aren't exactly very giving. Like even just here, you're either in there or otherwise you're off the cliff because it's so, I mean it was so high up right now. What's the option?
If we get off the Ho Chi Minh Trail in like, I think it might be about 45 minutes time, we'd have about 2 hours-ish on the highway, on the main road, which if the weather's like this, there's no point in doing an extra 2 hours of driving for no reason.
On top of that, yeah.
Like an extra 2 hours of suffering.
It's so dangerous.
It is dangerous, I have to admit. I think we're going to have to ride this 45 minutes of the Ho Chi Minh Trail now until where it turns off for the highway, and if it's not cleared up by then we're going to have to turn off it. It's just, there's no benefit to doing more suffering for no reason. This is close to the coldest I've ever been, I think. We've come off the Ho Chi Minh Trail now. From the last clip, we've been driving for like, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. I've just been absolutely sending it because the only way I'm staying warm is by like riding the bike fast. It sounds stupid, but luckily I think we've got out the weather now, and this road is just a main road all the way to where we're staying tonight. So what I think I'm gonna have to do now is get some dry socks and literally ride in my socks and let these dangle off the bike because my feet are so cold. I just can't feel them at all.
The bike's wet.
It's got water in it.
God,
Soaked again.
That's the same.
You might need to get it off to drain the water out more and let the bags like we may as well leave these off now. I can't stop shivering. Do you want to use a pair of my socks? Do you do the same?
Yeah, please.
up?
My thumb's not working.
Oh no, my hands aren't working. I can't stop shit. I don't know if I should have stopped. Making the decision to come off the Ho Chi Minh Road was such a hard one. It was destroying me knowing that behind the fog were potentially some of the best views I had ever seen. This dull straight road all the way to Phong Nha showcased exactly why I wanted to take the scenic route through the mountains. The only thing that made it better was tucking up behind this bus warming up from the exhaust. As we both dried up, I found it incredible how quickly you forget about suffering. Seeing the mountains in the background was making me emotional, thinking about what we were missing out on and how much I wanted to be back up there. Although I can honestly say that if we stayed on that road, I really don't know how much longer I could have carried on riding without something going terribly wrong.
I can't believe that we've made it. And what is the most surprising part is how much dropping in elevation can do to the weather, the temperature, everything. As soon that last hour flew by, in all honesty, because the sun started to peek through. It suddenly got warmer. I'm still wet down to my knickers, but besides that, like I can feel my hands, and just even the roads are bone dry here. And yeah, it's absolutely crazy what that can do. So we've just drove in. We're now in Phong Nha, and we're staying at the Phong Nha Love homestay. Mitch has just gone to check us in. We are early because we expected to obviously get here a lot later, but we cut the journey short. And I think what we need to do is shower, warm our bones up, finally eat these banh mi that I've held this whole time. And yeah, but I'm glad that we're here and it's warm-ish.
After an hour of sitting under the quilt with a hairdryer, we were finally warm enough to pick ourselves up and go for an explore.
Và thân dân với những phút cuối cùng rất căng thẳng cho cả hai đội. Bây giờ là những pha lên bóng và một pha xử lý bóng rất gọn gàng của Văn Lâm. Thời gian không còn nhiều. Vâng, Văn Phương, từ bóng vào.
We finally ventured out of the room and there's a Sunday League match going on. It's brilliant.
This backdrop for a Sunday match.
Awesome.
Oh my god, I'd watch football all the time.
It's literally just finished. I just missed the final whistle, where everyone's now leaving on their mopeds.
Yeah, we seem to have been on the losing side when we rocked up, so we need to look gloomed that we lost. I don't know which one was the local team or not.
God damn it.
That was so cool.
Yeah. How was your photo shoot?
That was so fun.
What happened?
These two lads came over and couldn't speak any English, but then pointed at Mitch at the camera. So then we were like, oh yeah, we get a photo. So Mitch got one of me and him, and then next minute he called all his friends over, and there were so many of them that all just swarmed in to get a photo. So we had to do it on our camera, their cameras, then a friend's camera, and then yeah, we were just doing. Oh man.
Honestly, the buses here drive like they're on a set of Mad Max. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
They ride like they're on a bike.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
But yeah, anyway, that was a really nice experience. Just wanting a photo with us, I don't know. And we got a good one too.
Oh, that's nice with the flowers there.
It's really nice. It's a really nice time of night now.
Me and Martha were just cracking up because we were just remembering something that was happening on the bike earlier. There was a point when it hit an all-time low today when we stopped for a wee, like sort of within the first, oh no, it would have been after we decided to turn off onto the off the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
Yeah.
And we were that cold that our hands and feet weren't working. Martha went for a wee and what was I doing?
It's actually really embarrassing when I like think back, but you have to just laugh about it. So we'd gone for a wee, we'd passed 2 bikes and that was it. So we thought no one else was going to come, so we were like close to the road. Next minute, like 5 more bikes came, and in the meantime, my whole body was that cold that when I like squatted, I couldn't get back up because my legs hurt. And then when I was trying to then get my leggings back up, my fingers had like cramped together. So I couldn't physically pull up my pants or even my leggings, and Mitch had to literally, like a child, was trying to hoist them up because you couldn't feel your hands either.
No, my hands weren't working, so I was literally pulling Martha's knickers up for her and her leggings while all these blokes are riding past us.
Oh, it was so bad. Like I was close.
Yeah,
so.
I felt like you were close to crying at that point.
Yeah, because I was just humiliated. The fact that I literally had everything on show.
And I was dancing on the spot trying to get my feet to work again.
And yeah, that was rough. But we got them up in the end. But I just remember my fingers were like just weren't working. So that's one to go down in the memories.
Yeah, we won't remember. We won't forget today in a hurry. No. It really was like, yeah, I don't know what happened today, but
it's funny because you completely forget about it. I said in another video or earlier that I said before that I always just try and not dwell too much on the now and know that it'll all be over eventually. And now look, like it's nice, I'm quite hot even. We're walking around getting photos with these nice locals. 3 hours ago I was flashing to them. So yeah, it all works itself out in the end.
Well, on that lovely send-off, our time of battling the weather finally comes to an end. In the next episode, we wake up to a polar opposite day as we head up the final stages of our trip, ride in some more outrageously beautiful roads and head to a famous viewpoint that has got a reputation for a reason. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the final part of our trip. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.